on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Geek. I'm Errol. Oh, man, what a couple days. Yankees just seem to can't get a win. Can't get a win from the Orioles. The Orioles have played them pretty tough this year, and it has me concerned. About how they go about their business. Aside from all the Jason Dominguez errors I'm seeing in the outfield, aside from all that, the starting pitching staff the past couple days, well, I can't even say that. Clark pitched well. Clark pitched well. He only gave up 3 runs. I mean, that should have been a win against Kramer or whatever, however you say his name. Doesn't make any sense. It seems like when it comes down to crunch time, these guys have some difficulties. Not sure if it's a leadership thing, not sure if it's a player thing, not sure if it's a roster construction thing. It just seems to kind of baffles you, kind of makes you go, what's going on, right? Like how does this happen? And it leaves fans frustrated, leaves me frustrated because you have one game to win to wrap up the division. You're facing Corbin Burns today, although you got Cole on the mound, right? But you're facing Corbin Burns today, and then you got 3 games left. So, then you got Paul Skeens, from Pittsburgh. I mean, there's a lot of good Pittsburgh. They have a lot of good pitching, good starting pitching. So, what are y'all waiting for? Christmas? What is the issue? Why you guys can't simply just put a team away? It's just weird, man. This team makes you feel good one minute and then bad the next. It's just weird shit. It's so weird. So basically, I watched the game last night. I watched the game the day before. And the reason why I wanted to come on today wasn't really to bash the Yankees, bash the O's, nothing like that. What I'm seeing is, and maybe someone can correct me on this, the Yankees' defensive analytics suck. I mean, they're pure shit. I'm not sure where they're getting their defensive analytics from, what they're looking at. I watched the game when Clark Schmidt pitched, and they had, I guess, Volpe shifted closer to second base. Like, literally, he's probably like a step away from second base. The guy hits it to where Volpe should have been playing shortstop. If Volpe was at a shortstop position, I get it. The guy is a lefty. They're prone to pull the ball, but still, having him that far over to second, give me a break, right? So I've seen a lot of games where maybe you guys can profess to this or tell me I'm crazy. I've seen balls to where they've shifted, even in the outfield where Verdugo was all the way closer to center field, and then the guy hits the ball to left field where Verdugo should have been playing. And no matter how hard he ran, it was just out of his reach. He to his normal playing position in left field, not shaded over to the corners or the foul line, not shaded, just right to where he should have been. So who's making that call? Because I see they lose or they get a lot of hits. Teams get a lot of hits when they do this ridiculous fucking shift. I can't stand the shift. I hate the shift with all passion. I'm going to tell you why. Woosah. Jesus. Anyway, gotta calm myself down because my blood pressure, it was crazy. Anyway, let's start. There are 3 outfielders in professional baseball, right? Left, center, right. There's a gap. When they created this game, they didn't say, let's put 4 outfielders out there because they knew no one would ever get a fucking hit. So they go left, center, right. And there's gaps. Sometimes you can get to the ball, sometimes you can't, but it produces a hit for the hitter. That's how the game is played. When you fuck around and shift people around, you leave shit open. Just play where they're supposed to play. If the guy hits it in the gap, it was meant to be because there's a fucking gap. That's what the gaps are for. It's to get hits. Just play where you're supposed to play. Same thing with the infield. There's 4 fucking infielders. Third base, shortstop, second, and first. Play where you're supposed to play. There's gaps in between that go, wow, man, maybe we should put a fifth infield in that plays in the middle so nobody gets a fucking hit. No, the game is based on that. But when you start shifting people around, you leave shit open where a professional hitter can say, oh, look, the right side is open. Maybe I just hit the ball that way. Oh, the left side's open. Maybe I just hit the ball that way. These are professional hitters. They can do that. You try and play that bullshit game of shifting? No. Put the pressure on the hitter to get a hit and play where you're supposed to play. I don't believe in shifting, dude. I don't believe it. And the fact that they could still shift, I thought they changed the rule to where you can't go past second or this invisible line bullshit. How come they're still close? And then once the pitch is made, they can move? Dude, no. I've seen, guys, I'm telling you, go back. If you have TiVo or something, or if you record Yankee games, I'm telling you, just watch a whole bunch of games. You'll see once the camera pans to where the ball is hit, Volpe should have been there, or Glaber should have been there, or, Verdugo should have been there. They've got this defensive analytic team that is horseshit, in my opinion. There are several games where hits should have not happened if the guys were just playing where they were meant to play. And they would have been out of a jam, out of an inning, and probably win games. But they play this game of moving people around like musical chairs. That's what I'm pissed off about. That's what I'm ticked off about. So, once again, I don't know. Call me crazy, whatever. Call me, I don't know anything about baseball. That's fine. Just whatever. But the games I'm watching, from what I'm seeing, if the position players were in their position where they're supposed to be or close to it, they would have had an easy out. Well, I shouldn't say easy out. They could have tripped, fall. Anything could have happened. We don't know how the outcome would have. They could have thrown it past Rizzo at first base or whoever was playing first at that point in time. But they would have fielded the ball and therefore increased the likelihood of possibly getting an out. Okay? So that's what I wanted to really come on here and scream about. Their defensive analytics is garbage. Fire the entire staff, because if you watch games from day one of this season to now, people are moving around and not where they're supposed to be, and other teams are getting hits. Look at it. I'm not crazy. Check it out. Nestor to the IL. What can I say about this? I mean, I don't know. Guy was pitching great. The last 6 or 7 games, he's done well. Probably one of their best pitchers on the staff. Now, he's on the 15-day DL. Reflexor tendon soreness or something like that is going on with him. So, one down for Nestor. I saw that they called up Clayton Beater last night. I don't think he fared that well. Throwing the kid into the fire like that, that's great. I mean, why not just let him start and keep Stroman back where he was? I mean, anyway, Cody Poteet looked pretty good. I think he did well, but the Orioles really got they hit Marcus Stroman. They hit the crap out of him. They beat the shit out of him. So, in games like that can't happen. You really gotta figure out what's going to happen next year, right? The Yankees have him for one more year. I mean, listen, either Stroman is coming back from his injury from last year. He's still not 100%. I don't know. But the guy doesn't throw that hard anymore. He has to nibble. He has to nibble to get outs. And that's not what we kind of want, right? So I don't know what they're going to do with him next year. Maybe he'll retire. I mean, he had a good, I mean, I know he's a young guy. Was he like 34, 35, something like that? Let's look it up. I don't want to be talking shit. Marcus Stroman age. He's 33. Okay. May 91. So that means May of this year he'll be 34. I mean, listen, he's still young. He doesn't throw as hard as he used to, right? And when you don't have that velocity and you have to nibble, there's something else going on. So he can say, dude, he had a good run, right? What's his MLB? Let me see what his stats are. Career stats. That's not a bad career. Okay, 87 wins, 85 losses, a 500 pitcher, 3.72 ERA. That's not bad career-wise. 261 games, 2 saves. I mean, dude, you can retire on that. Does he need the money? I don't know what his finances are. That's not a bad career, man. I mean, he might want to consider hanging it up, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his contract entails for the Yankees. Like if there's a buyout, I don't think there is. Right? I'd have to look that up. But anyway, there's his stats. Sorry, we'll go back to here. Whoops, all over the place. Yeah, so MLB killer, 372, 261, 87, 85. It's not bad, dude. If he were to retire, I'm like, hey, man, listen, I don't have it right now. Maybe I'm going to call it quits, or maybe he pitches middle relief for the Yankees for one more year. I don't know. I know he likes being a Yankee. So with that said, I've got to respect that. Marcus is a bulldog. Him wanting to play for that's good. We want people who want that, who's got that vigor, who's got that drive, who's got that let me at him. I want to go out there and pitch. But if your skills are deteriorating, how do you help the team? How do you get past that? So if it's an age thing, maybe he has to come to coach and say, hey, I can't do this anymore. If it's a injury thing or something he's dealing with, or he's not 100%, then maybe, we would get the answer for that come spring training. In the offseason, he'll get rest, obviously, and then we'll see what happens during spring training. If he gets his velocity back, then that helps the Yankees, right? That helps them out. But if the velocity is not there, nibbling on the corners is not going to help your situation. So right off the bat, I'm thinking we need another starter, right? We need another starter. Clark, Cole, Nestor's in his last year, possible trade candidate, right? People will want him. He's injury prone. We've seen that 170 something innings this year, and now he's injured again. So you can go to a team who's trying to get there, pick up his shit. You can trade him, and find a starter from within the system if there's one available, and then pick up a starter in the offseason. That solves a problem. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they traded Nestor in the offseason. I wouldn't be surprised. Or move some pieces around. I mean, he's fairly cheap, but, or who knows? Cashman might say, hey, he's my guy. Who knows what? The Yankees do some strange things, so I don't know what's going to happen. I know their priority is to sign Juan Soto. I think if they win the championship, Soto will resign. I think if they don't, it's going to cost them a lot of money. And at that point, Hal's going to have to sit there and figure out, okay, well, if I sign him to a $600 million deal or whatever that might be, will I make my money back? And the answer is yes. Hal will make his money back, without a doubt, right? Soto is a money-making machine. Fans love him in New York. There's a lot of things you could do with him. And if he wants, not just from baseball money, but if he wants endorsements and things like that, there's no reason why he wouldn't want to stay in a large market to capitalize on that. I hear people talking that he doesn't want to play second fiddle to Aaron Judge, and the Yankees is Aaron Judge's team. I don't think Soto thinks that way. I think Soto wants to win, right? Soto's not looking to go to a team where all the pressure's on him. You surround him with someone like Judge and a few other pieces, you've got a dynamic duo. That is historic. That's something where I think a player or players would want. Just like Yoshinobu Yamamoto said, I want to play with Shohei Ohtani. I want to be with another Japanese player. All right? And Shohei Ohtani said, I want to be with a super team like the Dodgers because they got Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and so on and so forth. Right? They don't want all the pressure on. When you're surrounded by other good players, you yourself perform better because those players help you perform better. And since you're such professional hitters, maybe they say to you, hey, if you tweet, I've seen you with your swing, you're doing this. If you just do that, maybe you'll be more on time, or you'll barrel up the bat to ball a little bit more, whatever the case is. But they can see things that maybe you can't. So there's nothing wrong with players wanting to be on a team that has other players. This rumor that's going around that it's Aaron Judge's team and he doesn't play second fiddle, that's just BS. I'm throwing fucking water on that fire. It's bullshit. So anyway, guys, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Agree, disagree, just subscribe, comment. Say, you're full of crap. You know what you're talking about. Or, hey, man, that's good insight. Anyway, just want to come on here and just kind of pique your guys' interest a little bit towards the Yankees defensive analytics. I'm not sure if you guys are watching the same games I'm watching, but I'm telling you, if you look, a lot of guys are way out of position. Way out of position. To the point that when those balls are hit, you're like, dude, if he was there, he would have made it. Why was he over there? Okay, I get it as a lefty, I get it as a righty, but why so far? Why so far away from your normal position? To where if it's hit there, you got no chance in the world, right? So anyway, guys, I'm Errol from Sports Geek. Just want to come on real quick, say my piece. I'm hoping that they can clinch tonight and wrap this crap up. I guess forget going for the best for home field advantage. Now you got to win 3 games in a row, right? So tonight and then two more in Pittsburgh. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like they don't. I shouldn't say that they don't want it. It just seems it's just very frustrating. It's frustrating to watch. It's frustrating as a fan. It's frustrating. It's just frustrating. Period. So, guys, I will see you next time. Like I said, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm Errol from Sports Geek. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.